you all to Babbage today on an almost spring-like day. We're getting close. Next week we turn our clocks forward, which is a great sign. It'll be lighter and lighter in the late afternoon, which I happen to really like a lot. We have a great program today, so I wanted to try and get some of our announcements done on the early end before we introduce Dr. Scheer. We are selling Janet Cromer's book, if you would look that up, Robert. Janet was also one of our founding members of Babbage, and I've talked about this at the last group meeting. She has written a story about her life with her husband, Alan, who had a acquired brain injury from a cardiac arrest situation, so this is their story. She is actually going to be the speaker at the Brain Injury Conference in a couple of weeks in March, and she will be our honorary chairperson at our 8th annual Heads Held High Brain Injury Awareness Walk in October, which you will hear more and more about. But she's an amazing person, but also a very human person, and it's a very powerful story. So I encourage you to buy that if you're so interested. We have paperback and hardcover books. For how many of you is this your first time at Babbage? Can I have a show of hands? Oh, there are a lot of you. Welcome to Babbage. Welcome to Babbage. We do have kind of a new sign-in form that the Brain Injury Association has asked us to do so they can gather as much data as possible for their database. Especially for the new folks, please make sure that we have as much information about you, email or address, phone number, and stuff like that as possible. But welcome. It's really nice to see new faces. Babbage does 2 outings a year at this point from monies that we raise from our Heads Held High Brain Injury Awareness Walks. Last year we raised about $14,000 from what people do for fundraising. How many people were at the Babbage Walk in October? It was, you guys were so great, rainy, cold, nasty day. But we still had about 160 people there, and it was still a great day. Wasn't it a great day, even though we were all round wrapped? But hopefully the weather will be good. It will be the first Saturday in October this year, and I don't have it on me. It's either the first or the second. Thank you. So mark your calendars now. That will take the place of a meeting here. We prepare for the walks. But the 2 outings that we have, one is in April, and the other one is the Boston Harbor Spirit Cruise, which we do the first Sunday in August. And you'll be hearing more about that. How many people have been on the Spirit Cruise? A lot of fun, right? Yeah. So this is, these are activities that Babbage pays for. This is not something that you have to pay for. What you have to do today, here and now, and I'll need my where are my buddies? Oh, there's one. I'll need my counters to do this. You need to vote on what we will do for the April outing. 2 parts to this. One is the first Saturday in April, I think, is April 2nd. It's part of Easter weekend. We will not be doing it that weekend. So we're talking about Saturday the 10th. Okay, so for people to think about that. And your choices are to go to the Museum of Science, which we've done before, which showing, is it the Omni? It's Arabia, right? Arabia, yeah. Arabia is the 11 o'clock show, and we've heard really great things about it. So what happens is that the Museum of Science, Don has found out for us that they will charge us for the Omni, but not for general admission. So people could come and go to the Omni and then hang out, just 1 second, hang out and be at the Museum of Science if they want to do that. Yes, sir?
Well, and actually, the rate we're getting for the Omni is a lot less. It's only $6 a ticket. Normally it's like $9.75.
Okay, so they're giving us a nice deal, which is great, because we told them we'll probably have about 50 or more people who might be coming. So that's very generous of them.
It's only free for the museum. They're giving us a great deal.
Yes, they're giving us a fabulous deal. So that's one choice. The other choice is something called, it's the, I know, but I thought it was something else. It's musical. Thank you. The musical. It's a program that Boston University puts on. There is a 2 p.m. matinee show that day. I've been in touch with them, and they will also give us kind of a good deal on being able to do that. Boston University is on the Green Line, so it would be pretty accessible. We would get people more information about that. But it's a singing and dancing and kind of routine with fun and games based on Dr. Seuss and his books and his themes. Has anybody seen it?
No.
No, okay, I haven't either, but I've heard fun things about it.
How much are they charging? What's the price?
That's irrelevant, because I don't want people to vote on, I don't want people to vote on the price, because that's who's paying.
Because
It's
they know
similar.
how much we have to pay.
It's similar, and I don't want people
Okay.
voting on price.
Thank you.
Okay, because this is something that Bavis can afford to do because of people's generosity for helping us with the fundraising. So, yes, questions?
So clearly, Sally, then our meeting, April, will be the second Saturday, which is the 10th.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody have a calendar here? I'm pretty sure that
It is the
Yeah, it's
Okay, thank you. So yes, there will not be a meeting here. People will meet
No
us either
meeting,
over at the
no
Museum of
meeting.
Science
Activity.
or at
Wow.
the New Theater.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we won't be meeting here in April, and then we'll be back in May and June. And we never meet in July. July is just because of our vacation schedules, other people's vacation schedules, we just kind of take July off. So that's just the way Bavis does it. So if people can feel like they can make that kind of a choice now, we'll kind of do a quick count now. And then I have another announcement about another Bavis, it's actually not a Bavis activity, it's the Snowball, which is sponsored by Community Rehab Care. And this is another wonderful kind of dinner dance, silent auction, kind of raffle-like thing. You want to say anything about what happens there? It's at Florian Hall in Dorchester. People do need to be able to get there on their own. Tickets are $10 a piece, but again, Bavis pays for this.
If you're a Bavis member.
Well, I'm assuming anybody here is.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but if you want to guess.
When the date?
And
The date. Good point. It is Wednesday, it's March 24th. Is it a Wednesday?
Yes.
It is a Wednesday. Okay.
It's 55 Hallett Street.
I
It's
have,
from,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, that's all right.
It's
Well,
from 6